Well, welcome to part 3 of the journey back home. And before I tell you what part 3 is about, again, I want to share with you from Celebrating 365 Days of Gratitude. And this one reads, The Journey. I am grateful for the start of the journey. Although it is seldom met with my youthful expectations, in hindsight, it was perfect, laying the foundation for who I am today. I am grateful for extending and spiritual families who have stuck by my side despite my many failures and poor decisions. They picked me up, set me straight, and celebrated my successes. I am grateful for friends who continue to support me and provide a sounding board for my expressions of joy, sorrow, fear, excitement, frustration, and gratitude, and remind me to relax, play, and have fun. I am grateful for the amazing teachers who have shown up precisely when I was ready, challenging me to go deeper, taking my understandings of myself, others, and life to a new levels. I am grateful for all the difficulties I have faced. Each challenge honed me to a steel blade tempered in fire and gradually opened my eyes to my own and others' magnificence. I am grateful for all the beauty, joy, and grace I have witnessed and experienced. I am grateful to have been born during this amazing transformational time in this incredible, beautiful, diverse country. And I am grateful to still be on the journey. This was written by C.S. Shride. C.S. Shride is not the only person that's excited about their journey. I am excited about my journey as well, beyond words to describe. In episode 2 of The Journey Back Home, you heard me mention about my conversation with the principal, Miss Vendolyn Richards, at the Carmel Moravian School in Westmoreland, Jamaica, West Indies. That's my old school. That's where I got my education. I was not privileged as a child to attend high school, so I got all of my education there until I went off to nursing school and began doing what we call extramural classes in Jamaica. And I kept doing and kept giving more and keep seeking for more to where I am today. Well, what I mentioned was when Miss Richards mentioned to me that the students are having a difficult time because they are coming to school hungry and they are not having breakfast. And what I said to her about me committing verbally about setting up and getting the breakfast. Well, I have decided that I'm going to be operating the breakfast feeding program for approximately 100 kids 5 days a week at the Carmel Moravian School in Westmoreland, Jamaica, West Indies. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I know I'm called to do this, and I'm going to do it. You and I know, ladies and gentlemen, how important breakfast is. Breakfast is the first meal of the day. It sets our pace for the rest of the day. Can you imagine a child going to school and not have breakfast? Yes, they are getting lunch from the canteen, But how can they survive for lunch? How can they learn up until lunchtime if they have no breakfast? If you are interested in getting more information from me about the Carmel Moravian School breakfast feeding program, please email me at dynamicdaphne1. It's DYNAMICDAPHNE and the number 1 at gmail.com. If you want to get more information about the feeding program, I want for you to contact me there. I also want to ask you to keep the project in your prayers, that we will be able to feed these children. We want to feed them so they learn. We want to feed them so that they will surpass a Daphne Clarke-Hudson, and that they will be able to touch the lives of millions around the world, people who they might never be able to see eye to eye. But because we are giving them a healthy breakfast, that they will be able to make a difference in somebody's life. We can all make a difference in their lives. We never know. There could be the next Prime Minister of Jamaica in one of those classes. There could be a Minister of Education, a Minister of Health, could be a Chief Justice, it could be a Governor General, it could be a Minister of Health, a Minister of Education, it could be a policeman, it could be a cardiologist, a surgeon, chief gynecologist, a next minister, a next principal, numerous teachers. It's 100 students. And I am telling you, it can be, with our support of getting them proper meal in the morning, will help them to evolve into that which they are called to do. It does not take a lot to do that, and I am committed to it. I ask that you keep me in your prayers. I ask that you email me at dynamicdaphne@gmail.com. It's DYNAMICDAPHNE, the numeral 1 @gmail.com. If you have any suggestions or you have any insights that you want to pass on to me, as well as when we are going down, if you want to come down there, you let me know that when you call me on the phone, because we are looking for bodies to help us to get this done. Think about when you were a child. Think about the times when you were hungry. Your life was total confusion. I know even now as an adult, when I'm hungry, I'm confused, I'm disoriented. Can you imagine a child between the ages of 3 to 13 going to school without breakfast, expecting to learn? Put yourself in their position. If that were you, what would you expect to happen? I know that I cannot do it alone, but with each and every one of you giving your insight, giving your support, giving your prayers, we can get these children fed. We want them to have a nutritious, healthy breakfast 5 days a week. We need it to be fresh. We need it to be organic, because all that is grown there is organic produce. So that's what we want our children to devour. We want to help, we want to feed them and build their nutrition so that they are positioned to learn for greatness. Because we never know. We never know. A next top researcher might be in that class. And I tell you, if I'm not around to hear, the archives will document it when they will talk about the times when they were hungry at school. And this breakfast program help them to build their nutrition, and help them to be alert and attentive in the classroom, and that turn their learning and their academics around. Help me create this legacy. Help me to make this happen. I have never asked for your support on anything else on this show before. I'm asking for your support. I'm asking for your insight. I'm asking for your prayers. I'm asking for your encouragement on the Carmel Moravian School breakfast program. Yes, there is something everyone can do, and I want for you to email me at dynamicdaphne1@gmail.com so that we can talk heart to heart about what it is that you can do. There are lots and lots of information out there, lots of people out there that you can help to give some insights on how this can happen. And if you're a web designer and you're willing to do a website for the foundation, email me too and let me know that you can do that. Whatever it is that you can do, every little bit help. So just email me at dynamicdaphne@gmail.com so we can get the ball rolling, so that we can get food in the stomach of these amazing children. I can't wait until I have pictures that I can show you of these healthy 3 to 13-year-old young people. I am glad that I was called back on the journey home. You might be called right now to go back on your journey home, and you have been putting it off, putting it off, putting it off. Don't put it off any longer. I want you to answer to the call and go back home to identify that which you were called for. You know that you are never alone. There's always someone out there who believes in what you're called to do. Don't let funds stop you. Don't let resource stop you. All you need to do is to answer and to say, yes, I will. And once you say, yes, you will, you are going to see everybody coming to the forefront to help you. Help is strategically placed all over the universe to support that which we are called to be. It might be a youth center, it might be a breakfast program, it might be program for the elderly. Whatever you're called to do, just answer the call and know that the support is there awaiting you. The support is there. You're only not seeing the support because you have not said yes. A lot of us, we are always looking on things on the logical side of things instead of on the spiritual side of things. When you observe things from the spiritual component, everything will reveal to you in the way how things need to be done. I tell you, this is my heart is full. I'm not going to say I'm overwhelmed because I know this is not about me. I am just so excited, and as I talk to people about it and to see their response to what I'm telling them, all I can say is thank you, God, for choosing me. Thank you, God, for allowing me to go back there to see that this is needed. He could have used anybody else. He could have called anybody else, but he chose to call me. And I have accepted the call. I am saying yes, and I will not stop until all 100 of these kids have a nutritional breakfast 5 days a week. 5 days a week. 100 kids, guys, that's not too many mouths to feed. And I know with your help and your support that I'm going to be able to do that and to make sure that they are experiencing a healthy lifestyle. Healthy lifestyle. 5 days a week, they'll be able to be given this nutritional meal. So the other thing I want to tell, if you are listening and you have an empowering story, and if there's any projects that you are working on in any of the areas that you are watching my show, I want to extend an invitation for you to call me and let's talk about what you're doing here. I need people in your local areas to see that you too are doing amazing things. The other thing I want to tell you, I've gotten an offer to start to do my show down in New York City, and I will keep you informed about that and how that is going to come about. Again, that is another blessing, and I'm really, really looking forward to that. So I encourage you to, reach out to me, whether by phone. The number is up there on the screen. I want you to connect with me on Twitter at Dynamic Daphne, Facebook, DaphneClarke-Hudson.com, A New Day Radio on Facebook, A New Day TV on Facebook. Guys, we are all over the place, and we are looking for a few good women and men to help us here as volunteers. Good volunteers are needed. You get an hour, you get a total of 12 hours of training. You get a certificate at the end of the training. This is training that you can add to your resume and help you to become more marketable. So when you email me too. Let me know that you want to be a volunteer, and I'll get the training application out to you. I tell you, you learn lights, you learn graphics, you learn sound, you learn directorship, you learn control, you learn how to deal with the public, because you get to mingle and have dialogue with all the guests that come in here. And yes, our team, the team of the A New Day show, is the #1 team here at Comcast, and you want to be part of the #1 team. So if you have not yet been trained, and even if you are trained and you have been inactive for a while, we are looking for your support and your help. We can use you here on the A New Day show. So that was my commercial for guests and for volunteers. And I just pray that you see it fit to support, whether with your prayers or my mic just fell off. In whatever way you see it fit to support the Carmen Moravian Show breakfast program. I await your support on this legacy journey that I am on. I am asking you to encourage others to support the show. You know, in this life, we never know how many lives we are touching. But I'm here to tell you, each and every one of us, every day that we step outside of our homes is an opportunity to touch other people's lives. It doesn't have to be an organized way in which you're doing it. Sometimes just your handshake, sometimes just your smile will touch somebody's lives. A lot of people are not living a happy life. They are in agony regardless of what's going on in their lives. And sometimes you might be the only smile they see. You might be the only laughter that they hear. So I want you to make a new path with yourself, that you are going to set out to make a difference in the lives of 2 people each day. And if 2 is too much for you, why don't you start with 1? It doesn't have to be someone you know. It could be someone you see in the grocery store, the post office, wherever you go, the gas station. Don't just pump your gas. Say hello to somebody and give them a word of encouragement. We are here in this world to support each other. And you know, today I was looking on Facebook and I was reading something that a lady in Maryland wrote. And she said that she was talking to someone and the person said to her that, I have been dreaming about living my dream, but however, it is too late now. I can't live my dream again. And the lady said her response was, it is never too late to live your dream. And she says, I'm telling you that, seeing that I am a late bloomer. You might be that person who have gave up on yourself. You might have been called sometime back to your journey back home, and you acknowledged and clarified that which you were called to do, yet you sat and you did nothing about it. Let this be your wake-up warning to take up the baton and do that which you were called for. It is never too late. It does not matter of your age. If you are not around to finish it, the legacy you create will be finished, because there are others who will believe in that which you are called to do. I'm not going to look at my age and let it prevent me from getting food in the stomach of these hungry children. I am starting by putting food in their stomachs. If I'm not around to see the end of it, there will be others who will carry on and these children will be fed. So let that be your commitment as well. It doesn't matter whether you finish it. The start is what is important, because things will always get finished. Just start it. Be consistent. Be committed. Believe in that which you are called to do. Know that there are times when there would be no one to encourage you. But when you stick to it, when you believe in what you're called to do, the support will come. A lot of times people are not willing to support us in what we are doing because they really don't know whether we are going to be there for the long haul. Well, we need to show them that we have longevity and that we have the courage to follow through on that which we are called for, and that we are going to be doing it to the end. It does not matter the obstacles, the challenges, the struggles that we encounter. We are going to go it to the end, to the sweet end, I may warn you, because once you continue on the journey that you are called to, each step you take on this journey, it becomes more rewarding, it becomes sweeter. The smiles get broader, your heart get happier, you have the thanks and the gratitude dance going, and you're just so excited about it. So don't wait around to get 1,000 people to support you on the journey. You need to start taking this step, one step at a time. Half a day, one full day, 1 hour, 2 hours. Just start right now to take that step, knowing that by the time you're ready to climb the hill and you look around, there will be millions and millions and millions of people behind you to give you that support. So follow your heart. Follow your heart. Stay connected with your Creator. Take some quiet time so you can receive that which is intended to be dialed down to you. I pray that this show, The Journey Back Home, has ruffled some feathers. I hope it has inspired some heart. I hope it has released some shackles. I hope it has freed some souls. This is your time to soar like eagles. This is your time to soar on the wings of eagles. You are not soaring because you have held yourself chained. I want to tell you that this is your time. This is your moment. And I pray that in these 3 segments that I have done a little something that will encourage you to follow your heart, follow your dream, and to let great and big things happen. I pray that people who I have never met or even will ever meet, that this will make a difference in their life and that this will help them to identify and to connect with that which they were called to do. And as I always say, remember, you do not have to settle for mediocrity because you were created for greatness. Follow your destiny, reconnect with your roots, and travel the journey that you were called for. It may mean that you take a trip back home, whatever that means for you. So take it back home. It might be in meditation. It might be a physical journey back home. But do whatever it is to help you connect to that which you were called for. And remember to email me, dynamicdaphne1@gmail.com, because we are looking for a few amazing volunteers. And remember that the A New Day team is the #1 team here at Comcast, and you want to be with the #1 winning team. See you then.